Hello and welcome back to the Bad Back Improving Your Spine sessions. We are finished now, 8 sessions. What we're going to do is combine these sessions to make a longer practice. Should be 20 plus minutes that we're going to focus on the back. Be very mindful of all the work we've done so far to lengthen, to increase the mobility, to strengthen the spine. We're going to utilize all that in poses that you're familiar with, poses that we've already worked through in practice. We're just going to combine those to get into a little bit deeper into the back and have some increased improvements, increased benefits for you. So we'll start today as we have started with the other practices with our breath. Right hand to the belly, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good. Continuing inhaling and exhaling just through the nose. And keep rising and falling that right hand. Allow it to swell like a belly, swell like a belly, swell like a balloon. Belly swells like a balloon and deflates. We just have 3 more breaths here. And we want to replicate this breath as we move through our practice today. So keep this in mind. Lock this breath in all the way down to the belly, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs, and we're going to use it through our practice today. We're going to start in child's pose. So come through to the back of your mat, touch the toes together, the heels release, knees are wide, chest comes down in between the knees, but take the hips to the heels first. And then release the upper body. Forehead down to the mat, maybe using the back of the hands. Give yourself a little bit more height in the forehead. No pressure on the neck, releasing the shoulders, releasing the elbow. Good. Take 2 more breaths here, nice and deep, just slowing the breath. And getting ready for our physical practice. Relaxing the body, quietening the mind. We'll slowly press into the hands, come through our tabletop, come through our hands and knees. We'll begin with some cat-cows to warm the spine. Just being gentle at first. Inhale, lifting the forehead. Exhale, chin back to chest, round the upper back. Now move with the breath here. Inhale. Exhale, press through the hands, tuck the sitting bones under, and really lift that upper back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Just have 1 more. Good. Walking back onto the heels, sitting onto the heels, actually lifting up off the heels. We'll come into a kneeling position. Heels of the hands back to either side of the lower back. I'm going to be very gentle here. We want to lift the chest, lift the sternum high. So we press the hips forward just lightly. We lift the chest, possibly a light back bend here, squeezing the elbows together. And just take 3 breaths. Breathe all the way down into the belly. Good. Slowly release. Bring the chin back to the chest. Take the hips back. Hands down to our mat and just roll up the hips, just gently. One direction and then the next. Clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. Touch the toes, knees are wide, sitting back into your child's pose. But activate the arms here, like lifting the elbows. Bring the shoulders back towards attach them through the upper back, the shoulder blades through to the hips. And then we're going to squeeze the elbows together, squeeze them through to the center line, scoop the chest through, and lift into our cobra. Now initially, hands off the mat, elbows squeeze with the side ribs, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and lift the chest, lift the shoulders back.
Good. Slowly release and exhale. On the next inhale, we press into the hands about 30-40%. Arch the upper back. Squeeze the heels of the hands back towards the hips and pull the chest through the thumbs. Good. Exhale, release. Take the hands long beside the hips and lower the forehead down to your mat into our locust pose. On the inhale, lift through the chest, the shoulders, shoulder blades roll back, fingertips point down towards the heels, toes point, and legs begin to lift. Exhale, slowly lower down. Wonderful strengthening from the lower back. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift the chest, roll back the shoulders, lift the upper body, extend through the toes. Even thumbs lifting high and palms pointing away from you. Exhale, slowly release. Touch the big toes together, let the heels fall wide, and just gently rock the hips side to side. Good. Press into the hands, hands underneath the shoulders. Elbows stay squeezed by the side ribs. Press up through tabletop. Then we're going to tuck our toes and keep hinging the hips high. Lift them through to downward dog. Walk up the heels. Good. From here, right foot steps inside of right wrist. Feel free to lower down to the knee. Move through to your low lunge. Remember our low lunge. Hands down to the mat. Left hip pressing forward, right hip pressing back. And see if we can pull the heart through, pull the chest through, and the shoulders back. Even hands down to the knee. Now we're going to move with our breath. Move from our low lunge. Move from our low lunge. Press into the back toe. On the inhale, we ground into the right foot. Step up through our tree pose. And then step back through our low lunge. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, sinking back down. Inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Right foot forward. Left foot is back. Left hand grounds into the mat. Stack the shoulders one on top of each other. Twist through the lower back first. Lower, middle, upper. And then stack the shoulders. You may lower down to the back knee, your choice. But flatten the back so that top shoulder keeps rolling back. The bottom ribs tuck underneath. And lengthen the spine. Reach through the back of the head. Back of the neck. Good. Lowering the right hand down to the mat. Drop down to the back knee. Pelvis moves forward. Sweep the hands high. Good. Lower the hands back down to the mat. We're going to tuck our toe and see if we lift up into our standing crescent lunge. Good. Now ground through the back heel. Sweep the hands wide. And stick down into your warrior two. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Front knee rolling towards the pinky toe and sink down. So you're straightening almost parallel to your mat, this front thigh. Maybe just moving in that direction at least. Good. Hands come down to either side of the front foot. Press back through downward dog. Walk up the heels. Keep hinging the hips high. So bend both knees about 10-15 centimeters. Press back with the shoulders into a tuck. And then leave the shoulders where they are and lift the hips. Good. We're going to step our left foot forward into our low lunge. And once again, find your low lunge, whether it be toe, whether it be knee. Roll the shoulders back. You can really feel it through the hip flexor in the right and also the groin, the inner thigh on the left. Lengthen through the spine. Good. Hands back down on the mat. We're going to move through our tree pose from our lunge to our tree. So on the inhale, footsteps forward, through to the calf, bring the hands through the chest. Exhale, reaching back with the right foot, step back down into your lunge. And just moving through this another 3 times. Inhale. Exhale, sitting back. See if we can avoid the knee as we step forward, either the calf or the thigh. Probably the calf. And last time. Back into your low lunge. Leave the right hand grounded. Twist through the lower back, middle back, upper back. Stack the shoulders. Reach the left hand. Flatten the back. Nice. Left hand comes down the mat, lower down into the right knee. And we'll sweep the hands. Crescent lunge. Squeeze the front heel towards the back knee. Scissor the legs. Lower the hands back down. We're going to tuck that toe. See how we go. Try and press straight back up. And take the hands high and do a crescent lunge. Good. From here, ground into the back heel. Oop, got a little bit long. Take the toes forward, heel is back. Rotate this knee. Spread the hands, spread the shoulder blades. Sink down. Good. Catapult the hands either side of the front foot. Press back through downward dog. Walk those heels out. Good. We're going to come forward into high plank. Flatten the back. We're going to bend our elbows lower all the way down to the mat. Bring our elbows underneath our shoulders. Spread our fingers, press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Squeeze the elbows. So the elbows are right underneath the shoulders, even slightly closer. And as we arch the back here, we lengthen through the spine, we lift through the chest. But what we want to do, notice the difference when we squeeze our elbows back to our hips and we take our sternum and pull it through our thumbs. Difference between this and this. So lengthen and pull that through. Have 2 more breaths, breathing deep into the belly. Feel the middle back, lower back switching on. Exhale, slowly release. Create a bit of a cradle for the head, a little bit of a pad for the head. Lower down onto one ear. We'll do that one more time. Elbows back under shoulders. And the more you work them back, the more the back bend is going to be. The more you bring them forward, the less the back bend. So choose a level that works for you. Press the feet down. Inhale, we lift the chest, but squeeze the elbows back. Pull the chest, so from here to there. Massive difference. Activate through the middle back, the lower back. Good. Just 2 more breaths. And slowly release. Come down onto the opposite ear, touch the toes together, let the heels release. And just slowly rock the lower back, side to side. Just release through the lower back, release any tension, release any built up stress. Good. We'll bring the hands back under the shoulders. Once again, tuck those elbows in. We don't want to use our shoulders, we want to use our upper and middle back. Elbows squeeze in, press into just the knees. We press back, take the hips back into a extended downward dog, a kneeling downward dog. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale, come through into a kneeling plank. Exhale. Inhale. Couple more. Really open up through the shoulders, release the head, but lengthen. Take those hips and take them towards the back of the mat, and then reaching forward, reach chest forward. Good. Last one. As we come forward here, we're going to take the knees a little bit wider. Now see how this feels for you. We lift into our kneeling plank. We take our right hand, bicep beside ear, switch on the belly, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the back of the neck. Lower the right, lifting the left. Good, flatten that back. Don't let the hips drop, keep it flat. Lowering down. You do get a gold star if you can press and lift both hands at the same time. But send me a video, make sure you send me your video. Anywho, bringing the knees back in, take the knees wide, sink down into your child's pose. Lengthen through the spine. And release the forehead down. Now staying here, lengthen the back. Regather the breath and sink down into your mat. Feel the breath slow. Just enjoy. Put some work in. You've done some great work improving the health of your back, improving your abdomen, improving your core, strengthening that area, and also lengthening. The spine just needs to, we compress it continually. Sitting, driving, working at a desk, we're constantly compressing our spine. We lengthen, we use the inhale to lengthen the spine. Even gentle twist, absolutely okay if we're lengthening the spine. Then the entire spine can twist. When we're hunched over, we're looking for trouble. We don't want that. Well done today. A little bit of combining the first 8 sessions for you. So hopefully that adds a little bit more strength, a little bit more mobility. It's starting to make a little bit more sense as we pull the pieces together. So we're adding strength, we're adding that, and we're getting out of the shoulders as well. So much we want to use our shoulders, everything we do with our shoulders. Let the shoulders go. That back is made to look after you. It is made for strength, but we have to use it effectively. Lengthen it, and have it work for us instead of working against us. We're moving away from being trapped in our own body. We're gaining mobility, we're gaining strength. Stay with that breath. That breath is so important. Breathing all the way down into the belly. Slow, steady breaths. That'll make anything physically possible if we can control, monitor, being aware of just our breath patterns. So well done today. Come back for the next back session, which we're going to get onto the mat and do some other poses that'll help lengthen and strengthen that spine for you. So we'll see you next time. Until then, take care.